Do our push-ups.
There you go. Let's go. Push-ups. Push-ups.
Do you
Oh, what?
Switch.
What's that?
That one's cool. Dhani, thanks so much for coming to the Grand Del Mar.
No, thanks for having me.
This is some of the I-17. This is Lindsay.
How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Kyler.
Kyler.
What's
going on?
And Hunter.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, Hunter?
Dhani Jones, linebacker with the Cincinnati Bengals and host of Dhani Tackles the Globe on the Travel Channel.
So we're going to talk a little football, a little education, lifestyle. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Being motivated by inspiring stories. Getting stronger both mentally and physically. Making a difference in the environment. And living a healthier lifestyle places us on the journey called the Inspirational 7. Hi, I'm your host, Scott Savlov, and welcome to the Inspirational 7. We've created a series that gives you a fresh look at sports, fitness, nutrition, wellness, and the environment. Each week we'll have celebrities and experts that teach you how to stay fit, eat right, and make better choices. Now let's meet the cast of the Inspirational 7.
My name is Holly.
I'm Hunter.
My name is Lindsay.
My name is Kyler.
My name is Cody.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Hannah.
This is the Inspirational 7.
So when did you first start playing football?
Started playing football my freshman year in high school. My mother didn't let me play football until then because she thought it was too violent, too dangerous. So instead I just played every other sport. And then finally I ran out of sports to play, so I just played football.
What was your favorite team you played for?
I mean, the greatest university is the University of Michigan, established in 1817. I mean, we have some of the greatest minds of all time. We have some of the greatest athletes, some of the greatest presidents and CEOs. We have Nobel Peace Prize winners. I mean, you can go anywhere, you can always find a Michigan man or a woman, a Michigan person.
It's cold there, though.
No, it's warm. It's really like a CGI effect where you don't really think it's cold, it's just what it is. Each team that I played for, whether it's been New York or whether it's been Philadelphia or Cincinnati, all has given me a different perspective on life. I mean, New York, they embraced me, they brought me in. You know, Philadelphia, that was a huge transition sort of into manhood or into having to take on a leadership role and be in a better position. And then Cincinnati, it's a different city. It's a little bit slower. At the same time, it allows you to focus on your game.
Dhani, what's your most memorable NFL moment?
Most memorable NFL moment? I think going to the Super Bowl. I think that's the one you always remember. When I was on Philadelphia, we played the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. But I think the most memorable moment really was the entire last season. Going through all the tragedy we had as a team, you know, losing Chris Henry, losing my coach's wife, being able to overcome those trials and tribulations and come together as a team. I mean, that really showed the character and the nature of how teams function and how if somebody goes down, everybody lifts them up. That made it all the better.
Was one of your goals traveling the world?
No, I think it's just been sort of a part of my lifestyle. Of course, it's my goal to reach the Century Club, travel to 100 different countries, and right now I'm at 70. So I'm getting close, especially with my show, Dhani Tackles the Globe. That particular show, I was able to cover 20 different countries. So I kind of got an accelerated path, and now I'm just kind of stuck in this pattern where, just drop me off in Africa, and I'll just take a crop duster from country to country to country, just a jet, a plane, whatever, just so I can get to 100. But I believe that, travel is the most important thing. I mean, it wasn't a goal. Like I said, it's a lifestyle. It's about understanding different people. I mean, everybody here is all very different. They all come from different places. It's important to find those origins.
Coming up, Dhani chats more with the I-7 about his passion for philanthropy and the history behind his signature bow tie. And later, Cody will chat with Paralympian Scout Bassett and learn more about her amazing life story. The I-7 is brought to you by Diet Pepsi. Nothing refreshes like a Diet Pepsi. Suave, salon proven to work as well as top salon brands. By Jolly Rancher, untamed fruit flavor. Our friends at Revlon. By Duracell, trusted everywhere. And by the Grand Del Mar Resort and Hotel in San Diego.
Stay right here.
Try to beat me up. The Inspirational 7 will be right back.
And now, Eat This, Not That with Matt Bean.
All right, guys, I'm gonna make a quick assumption here, and that is that dessert's probably your favorite meal, right?
Yes.
All right, well, there's really no reason to eat it nutritionally, so what you wanna do is make sure that you're minimizing your calories and minimizing, most important, the amount of sugar, because they are just loaded with bad stuff. So we got some Eat This, Not That comparisons that we're gonna walk you through so you can make smarter choices. All right, you ready, Brandon?
Yeah.
All right, this one's for you. It's McDonald's. We got a hot fudge sundae versus a McFlurry with M&Ms. Which one do you think is the Eat This, and which one do you think is the Not That?
You know, I'm not really sure, Matt, but I'm gonna guess this one because it doesn't have the M&Ms on top.
Way to go. The hot fudge sundae is just over 300 calories and just under 50 grams of sugar, so that's still a lot of sugar, but nowhere near as much as you get in the McFlurry, which has more than 700 calories and almost 100 grams of sugar, which is much sugar as you'd find in 6.5 Little Debbie marshmallow pies.
Wow.
Boom. That's gonna have you sugar crashing really hard as soon as you finish that, guy. So definitely go with Eat This on the hot fudge sundae, Not That on the McFlurry with M&Ms. All right, you ready, Holly?
I am.
You're up. We're at Baskin-Robbins here. We have a couple of choices. The Oreo cookies and cream ice cream, just one scoop, versus the Reese's peanut butter sundae. What do you think?
Well, this one looks really good, but I'm gonna have to go with the one scoop.
You're right. Now this one's huger too. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
You want to do portion control just like everything else when it comes to dessert. So you've only got about 280 calories here, which is okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's only 280 calories. It's going to give you that fix. This Whopper, 1,200 calories. That's as many calories as you get in 4 cheeseburgers.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I'd rather just eat the cheeseburgers. All right, Lindsay, we got a special Eat This, Not That comparison for you that I'm calling Cook This, Not That, banana split style. So if you go to Baskin-Robbins and get yourself a banana split, it's gonna be about 1,000 calories and it's gonna be loaded with sugar. So I'm gonna show you how to make your own right at home that comes in around 300 calories and only 25 grams of sugar. So get yourself some bananas. You're gonna cut them just down the middle and then cut them again so they're quarter. Then you're gonna get a saucepan on medium, some butter in there, some brown sugar, and you're gonna caramelize those bad boys. Just 2 minutes on one side, flip them 30 seconds on the other. They're gonna look something like this. And let me tell you, they're delicious, guys. Next step, everybody knows how to put toppings on, right? So you're gonna pick your favorite ones. Here we've got some vanilla ice cream, we've got some whipped cream, and we've got some pecans, and of course we've got some chocolate sauce. So why don't you start building that bad boy?
All right.
I hate to break it to you guys, but because she's doing all the hard work, she gets to taste this.
Oh, bummer.
So you can do whatever you want. It's really about experimenting with toppings if you like. But this is the classic banana split. Last but not least, a little bit of chocolate sauce. Delicious. There we go. Now it's time to taste it. Banana split, Cook This, Not That style.
Smells really good.
All right. All right, guys, you want more great stuff from Eat This, Not That and Cook This, Not That? Check out Rodale.com.
Did you guys do your push-ups?
We didn't do our push-ups.
There you go. Let's go. Push-ups. Y'all do push-ups before every segment. You can't do push-ups. Man, that's the weakest push-up I've ever seen in my entire life. What is that? I mean, yours are all right. Yours is just like...
Mine?
Yeah, I don't know about your push-ups.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I know, you're... How old are you?
16.
Yeah, you're still in the awkward phase.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Ready, on speed.
Speed, sleep.
So Dhani, why is it so important for you to give back?
It's important to give back because someone gave back to you and allowed you to be where you are today. And there's a lot of people who have come before you, and everybody, we'd hope that many people from your past had given time, energy, resources in order to secure you a better place to be where you are today. And so it's your obligation, I feel, in order to give to the future.
What organizations are you involved in?
I'm involved in quite a few, but one of the most prominent is Feed America, which supports or is the central hub for many of the food banks that are in North America. There's such an incredible issue with hunger and starvation in terms of the amount of kids that don't have enough food in our community. As a country that has so much surplus, it's hard to think that there is nothing for the young people. I started wearing bow ties to support my friend Kunta Littlejohn, who was recovering from lymphoma. Before I started wearing the bow tie, he told me, you know, if you want to be anybody, you gotta rock the bow tie. And I was like, you're crazy. You know, nobody wants to wear a bow tie. Pee Wee Herman wears a bow tie. The real purpose behind me with the ties was to support his cause, and that's leukemia and lymphoma. So I started working with organizations like Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and we raised over $20,000 just off bow ties alone. so that people could establish that level of conversation, because as a gentleman, you should stand for a cause.
It's not looking too shabby, I was gonna say.
It's quiet, you know. I have many different styles, if you will. So if you ever want to don a bow tie and be the apropos gentleman, you can.
All right.
What do you believe is your cause?
My cause and my purpose is affecting that change and motivating other people, because there are many years to come, other people that will follow. Everything we do in life, everybody else has a hand in it. And anybody thinks that they can do it by themselves is lying, because you can't. So collaboration is key. So I work with other people on all projects that I do. And even when you think about giving and supporting other institutions and other groups, you're working to help other people. And that should be a part of your lifestyle. You know? So whether it's mentorship, whether it's Feeding America, Lance Armstrong Foundation, leukemia, lymphoma, juvenile diabetes, or just being a friend to somebody. You know? That could be your cause. It's just helping the next person, and that's what it's all about.
Do you feel like you've made a difference?
Some days I feel like I've made a difference, but then other days I feel like I haven't done enough. So that's part of what gets me out of bed every morning. If you're not gonna do it, nobody else is gonna do it. You have to take responsibility for your life, for your actions, and for what you truly believe in.
With all your beliefs, why wouldn't you run for a political office?
I don't know, who knows? It may happen.
In the future.
I always believe that there's a certain path, and you never know exactly which way life is gonna guide you.
You got my vote, man.
I'm friends with Obama, though.
Oh.
Why don't you smile when you ask the question? Man.
Serious, it's serious. All right, you want me to smile? Okay.
Yeah.
So Dhani.
Coming up, Dhani coaches the guys on some personal fashion tips. And Cody will chat with Paralympian Scout Bassett and learn more about her amazing life story.
Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite ties. You can see it's kind of tattered in some respects. This is the same tie I wore with President Obama. Barack Obama. Anyways, so what you do is you start with the tie to the side, right? And you do your right hand on the left side of the tie, and your left hand on the right side of the tie, and then you just kind of pinch that with your left hand. Kind of go up and through like you would do on a regular necktie, right? On a regular necktie, this would be up, and this would be the underneath part, and you would kind of go behind it, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, but this, you take the bottom, you fold it up, and make one side of the bow, which is on the right side. Then you drop the tie down, and then you hold it with the right hand, pinch with the left. So now you, in order to create the other tie, you want to push this side through. And what happens is, you see how you almost have a tie? Mm-hmm. You grab it, you put your index finger through there, and kind of slip it through.
Smooth.
And then you have a tie. And then the best way to know if someone has tied their own tie is it's never perfect. Mm-hmm. I think it was the same shirt too. It's my presidential attire. So I'll let you know. Yeah, you can touch it. It's too hot for you. It's too hot. Anyways, so I'll do it again. Cross your hands one time. Go up and through. Tighten it against your neck. Fold it. Drop it. Fold across. Push your hands through. And voila. Bow tie. Smashing. Appreciate that.
That's sharp.
High five. High five. Oh, we're out.
And now Cody sits down with Scout Bassett, a true and green-inspirational hero.
Could you tell us about your story, like how you lost your leg?
So when I was less than 1 year old, I lost my leg in a fire. We don't know how the fire started or the events that surrounded it, but it occurred in China. And then right after the fire, when I turned 1, I was left on the streets in front of the government orphanage. Went through some pretty difficult hardships, starvation and physical abuse and illegal child labor, where we would be forced to do just crazy amount of labor and work every single day from sunrise to sunset, and lived through that for the next 7 years of my life. And then a miracle happened when I was 7. A couple from northern Michigan adopted myself and another child and brought me here to America. And I say that I began the greatest journey of my life starting then.
So when you were younger, did you ever have self-esteem issues?
Absolutely. Growing up, especially when I came here to the United States, all through elementary school, through even most of junior high, I really struggled with that because I was on teams, but I didn't really get to play or compete. And you sit on the bench for so long, and it definitely got my spirits down. It wasn't really until high school where I found golf and tennis and triathlons that I really found like my sports, you know. But growing up, it was so hard, and hearing people tell me like, oh, you can't do that, or like, you're not good enough, or you're not fast enough. Oh, she's missing a leg, so she can't compete. It was really hard. I had some huge self-esteem issues and lacked a lot of confidence. There were times where, you know, I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna be able to turn it around.
Well, how did you turn it around then?
I've always been a fighter, and when I say fighter, I say that I never give up on anything. I knew that I had a passion for sports. I love the feeling of playing sports and to be physically active. And I said, you know, I'm gonna find something that I'm gonna be really good at and that I can find success and love. I just stuck with it, and I started trying different things. You know, when the things I was doing before, the sports I was playing before didn't work, I would try something new. It was just me continuing to try and not giving up on myself. You know, me believing that I was gonna be successful and I was gonna be able to have a lot of fun doing whatever I love. So senior year, I decided I wanted to do something different and needed something to keep me busy. So I decided to take up triathlons. With the help of the Challenge Athletes Foundation here in San Diego, I was able to bike and swim and run.
So what do you love about triathlons?
It's a very intense kind of sport, obviously, with the 3 events and disciplines, swim, bike, run. I love the challenge that it brings. It's unlike any other sport in what it requires from you, not only physically, because obviously it takes an incredible amount of endurance to be able to do triathlons, but for me, it's the mental challenge of it. You're on that bike and you're climbing up a big hill and you're on mile 20 and you're hurting, but mentally you just tell yourself, you gotta keep going, you're almost there, you know, and then you're gonna get onto the run. I love the mental challenge. It stimulates me, it keeps me going. I think the strength that you put towards triathlons is strength that can be translated to outside of triathlons, whether it's school or life or a career or a job. And so I love that about triathlons. It's given me a lot of strength in other areas of my life.
One of your quotes was, if you had never lost your leg, you would have never had the opportunities you've had. Could you explain that?
When I think about my life and everything that I've overcome and all the hardships and the pain and the moments that I've, you know, lacked self-confidence and doubt, I think about the fact that I've overcome so much, but all of that has been the result of me losing my leg. I don't think I would be the strong person that I am today or have the perseverance that I have to compete in sports, but also to find success in school and in life. I think about all the places that I've been able to go to, the events I've been able to compete in, and the people I've met. That would have not happened if it weren't for me missing my leg. And it might sound crazy, but I consider it just a huge blessing in my life because it's really created me to be a person that I would have never been. I know I'm a better person for having lost my leg than I would have ever been if I would have just been an able-bodied person. So I credit this experience and having to go through that as something that has really changed my life and given it a lot of positive meaning.
When we come back, I'm gonna show these guys how to do it.
Actually, man, I'm gonna show you how to do the lawnmower.
I'm gonna show all y'all how to do a sack dance, even the cheerleader. I don't watch that much TV though. I don't have any time to watch TV.
Yeah.
I have too much time practicing my my on-the-field celebration.
Sack dance.
Otherwise known as sack dance. You show me, what would you do?
What I would do? I've never really thought about that. I don't make sacks.
Of course, you know, you drop back and they spots him over the middle. You come down and you just lay him out.
Yeah.
What you gonna get up and do? I mean, he's on the ground. What are you gonna do?
You stand over him. You give him a little grin, a little smirk, maybe
little
something like
taunting,
that. Yeah,
huh?
a little taunt like that.
Oh, you just changed your voice. You like talk like that. Okay.
I don't know.
You went from proper conversation to talk like that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm waiting. He's on the ground. He's still down there.
Then you ask him if he's gonna get up. Something like that. I'd do something like that.
You'd ask him?
I'd say, you gonna get up? You gonna get up? Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Walk
Then
away.
your boys are all over you. And,
You just know how his swagger just changed?
Yeah.
He's like, you gonna get up? Okay. What would you do?
Oh no, I got a couple signature moves, like the airplane one. You know,
Where did you get that
the
from?
lawnmower.
lawnmower.
I mean, there's grass here. I don't want to mow all the grass away, but. And then I don't know. I saw some guy. I was watching. I was watching
the grass. Do that again?
Oh yeah. I don't want to take all the grass
2
up
feet,
here though.
2 feet now.
I want to leave some here though. There you go.
It takes a little bit of coordination right
Yeah,
there.
it does. Oh, it's an art, man.
But my question is, does the lawnmower ever start though?
It never starts.
I mean, that means you just like puttering yourself. You might want to pull that choke and get, do it one time and just. No, I'm thinking the lawnmower just doesn't go anywhere.
Well, hey, it's the lawnmower. You get a yank in.
You just start the lawnmower.
You could go lawnmower to power clean if you want.
No, I'm really not gonna do that.
All right, my bad.
That looks like the reverse Roger Rabbit.
Oh God. But then I was watching the Bengals play last year, and I saw some guy. He was doing something like this. And I started picking up on that.
It's like that.
I started picking up on that a little bit.
That guitar? Is that banjo?
No, it's the bass. I think. I think it's the bass.
The bass would be you just kind of just play like that, But then sometimes there's you can slap the bass, depending upon how you feel. You get funky with it. It's about the subtleties in life. It's not about doing things that are crazy, but just allowing people to know, and allowing them to know, and everybody else out there to know that you just did something. They know it, you know it. You don't really got to go too crazy. Just gonna keep it simple, keep it funky, keep it classy. I wear the bow tie all the time, right? So it kind of comes along with the principles that I've implemented for myself. The gentleman. And when you make a good play, you're allowed to celebrate it. You can't do too much. I mean, people do all kinds of stuff on the field. And they get up and they just kind of like pull the Michael Jackson. Like stuff like that. Everything that you do that's done well, you should be able to pat yourself on the back. You don't have to go overboard. But who else is going to pick you up if you can't pick yourself up?
Yeah.
Dhani, thanks for joining us at the Grand Del Mar. Hopefully you had a good time. We had a good time getting a chance to meet you, talking a little bit about sports, football, your charity work. Thanks so much.
I appreciate that.
A lot of fun.
A lot of things from all of you guys. There you go, especially you.
And we'll see you the next time on the Greenspirational 7.